Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about the Deviant Moon Tarot. This is one of my favorite tarot decks, and I just got it. I've been knowing about this tarot deck for a while. I never been inclined to buy the deck. I just happened to see some of the cards online, and I was like, this tarot deck is really interesting. And it kind of reminded me of the Witch's Tarot, this tarot deck right here. It's like some of the artwork kind of reminds me of that for some reason. But I seen some of the artwork on this tarot deck, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna buy this tarot deck because I collect tarot decks, and I said to myself, I'm gonna buy this. I'm gonna add it to my collection, and I bought it, and I've added it to my collection, and I absolutely love this deck. I fell in love with this deck. I know I say I highly recommend all my tarot decks, but this one I highly, highly, highly recommend you're getting because the artwork on here is so bizarre, and I mean bizarre in a good way. It is weird looking in a good way. This is absolutely a beautiful, beautiful tarot deck, and I'm wondering if the artist has prints, large prints of some of the cards. So I really like the devil card in this tarot deck. It is really, really cool. But anyway, this is the cover that it comes in, and it kind of slips out like this. And this holds the box. This is the box that it comes in, the tarot deck. And I've taken the cards out in case you're wondering. But yeah, this is the box that it comes in, and this is the back, which is actually one of the cards, one of the characters in the tarot deck. Isn't that really cool? Interesting thing about this card here is the person here doesn't have any arms. So. Interesting. Yeah, but this tarot deck is just absolutely stunning, and you'll see why it is stunning if you haven't actually checked out this tarot deck before. Now, this tarot deck comes with a poster. This is the poster that comes with the tarot deck, and the poster has these little squares or rectangles here, and this is where you would put the cards when you do a reading. So some of these are named like this is called Influence of Others. You have surrounding environment, events yet to come, hidden forces, secret desires, and wishes. So wherever the card appears on here, that's how you would do your reading. So this tarot deck comes with a large book. I don't have the large book yet. I just have the little small booklet that comes with the tarot cards. But I am planning on getting the large book too. I believe they do sell them together. I think you have to go and get that through the artist's website if you want to get the whole package together. When I saw this on Amazon, I just saw the tarot deck, so that's how I bought it. And I think it costs like $30 or whatnot. So to me, that's really cheap because the artwork on here is just absolutely mind-blowing. So why is it mind-blowing? Let me show you the cards. Now, I apologize. These cards are not in order because I've been looking at them before I did this video. So they're a little out of order. So my apologies. But anyway, this card is the Fool card. Interesting. The Fool is sort of like dancing in a lake with fish. That's what it looks like to me. So he's not on the cliff like he's usually on the cliff. It's interesting. It looks like he has his pajamas on. Cool. Oh, and just to let you know, this is the back of the card. That's what the back of the card looks like. This is the Magician. The Magician has 4 arms. Isn't that interesting? Next card is the High Priestess. I wonder why she's doing like this. I don't know. And if you notice, most of the cards have the main character has a moon face, so she has a moon face there, or half a moon face. Next card is the Empress, and I think she is absolutely beautiful. And to me, the colors in the real world don't really go together, but in this card, they all seem to blend in beautifully, and they go together in this card. Because you have blue and you have what looks like violet or some, a different color purple, and you have green, and then you have brown too, and a little bit of red. But the way it is depicted on this card, everything kind of like flows into each other, and it really, really looks good. I really love that card. This is the Emperor. That really cool. Again, we have these colors. We have the sort of like a pinkish purple. It's the best way of me describing this. And pinkish purple and blue and brown. And it looks like he has his foot on a little devil figure. Interesting. This is the Hierophant. And you notice the artist has his own style. All the characters kind of look similar. You can tell it's all done by the same artist, but the artwork on here is just absolutely beautiful. Strange, but beautiful. Strangely beautiful. I really like this card. This is the Lovers. And it has the Lovers in the Lovers Embrace here. Isn't that cool? This is a different depiction of the Chariot. Almost looks like a Roman soldier. That's what the kind of feeling I get from this card. But look at that. Isn't that cool? Different than what you would usually see in a Rider-Waite deck. This is Justice. Justice with keys. And for some reason, like I said, I gotta get the book. Justice has a fish in her hand. And she's stepping on something. I don't know what. Is that a platypus? I'm not. This is really cool. Makes you think. It really makes you think. And I know these cards are supposed to have something to do with his subconscious mind. So maybe that's why the fishes keep coming up, because the subconscious mind is a lot of times depicted by the sea or water. So I'm guessing that's why fishes are coming up. But as I said, I got to get the book to make sure I'm on the right track and giving you guys my interpretation here. This is the Hermit. Hermit looks kind of crazy here. Yeah. Isolation is kind of the feel I get from this card. This is the Wheel of Fortune. It's a lot different than the Rider-Waite, of course. I like the little devil guy that's on the top. Cool. Next card is Strength. And Strength is opening up a mouth of some weird looking fish with spiky teeth. Great. And Strength is a man, not a woman here. Let me make sure. Yeah, it's a man. It looks like a man to me, so. So instead of a lion, we get a monster fish. Now this card is very interesting. This is the Hanged Man. Isn't that cool? Now the interesting thing about this card is if you look at the heel of the boot right there, there's a watch right there. The next card is, I believe this is Death. Now I find it very interesting that this card is not named. So I'm wondering why the artist didn't name this. because I believe, I'm almost positive this is the death card. And one of the reasons why I say that is because you got death and rebirth. You know, looks like he's about to stomp this little character right here, but the woman here is pregnant at the same time. So, you know, you have death and you have rebirth. This is Temperance. A lot different than your standard Temperance card. This is one of my favorite cards on this deck. Actually, this would make a really cool tattoo also. This is the Devil. Isn't that awesome? I would love to get this blown up and put it in my room. This is just really cool. The Devil card. Yeah, check it out. Check them out. This is the Tower. Now, to me, personally, like I said, I haven't read the book yet. This is just a flip through. But this looks like a UFO that's hitting the tower. Call me crazy, but it looks like a UFO. So you got lightning coming from the sky, but the lightning is coming from a UFO, I guess, or a laser beam or whatever. So I probably shouldn't call it lightning, but yeah. In other words, it's something that's causing the tower to go kaput. Alright. This is the star card. Now, I think this is interesting. It looks like half of her head is cut off or is growing, or I'm not sure why the moon, her moon face here is a little bit different than the moon face in the other cards. So that is something I will have to do a little research on. Okay. Every now and then I gotta move my mouse, because if I don't move my mouse, my computer will go to sleep, and that's not good. Alright. This is the Moon card. And it looks like the moon is controlling the puppet. So the moon is the puppet master in this card. Very interesting. The next card is the Sun. Sorry about the glare here. You can kind of make out the face of the sun right here. The sun and the moon look very similar. Of course, one is really bright and the other one is kind of pale. So, alright, this is Judgment. Now, I'm not going to go over all these cards. I'm just going to go over some of them, just to give you an idea what the deck looks like if you're interested in buying a deck, which I would highly recommend, by the way. But I'm going to go over the cards that kind of stick out. This is the World card. Now, to me, this is like a tattoo. Wouldn't that make a really cool tattoo? That is really, really cool. All right, the next card, and I really like this one too. I really like all these cards. One of the things I will say is that the artist took a lot of time, at least from my perspective. It seems like he took a lot of time to make this deck. I don't know how long it took the artist to make this deck, but it seemed like there was a lot of thought that went into making this deck, because these cards are just absolutely brilliant. Anyway, this is the, what's this, 5, 6, 7 of Swords. Isn't that cool? So she's balancing one sword, and if she doesn't balance it correctly, she'll swallow the sword, which might not be a really good idea in this situation. Next card is the King. I really like this one, by the way. This is the King of Wands. This is one of the weirder cards that's in the deck. And like I said, it kind of reminds me, some of these cards reminds me of the cards in the Witch's Tarot, because some of the artwork is similar. Of course, this one is a lot weirder, and the artwork is a lot more elaborate in this tarot deck, but some of the artwork kind of has that feel to it. But look at that. Isn't that cool? I love the creatures in this card. This is absolutely awesome. Alright. This is the Queen of Wands. Another brilliant card. Now this one is cool. This is like two insects. One insect riding the other one. That's really unique, man. Wow. This make a really cool poster too. Wow. I'm so glad I got this deck. I really love it. This one looks like, let's count the cups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 of cups. So it looks like you have a guy here that is summoning the 9 of cups genie. Alright, let me see. How many more cards do I want to go over here? Now, when I first saw this tarot deck, the cards, or the characters in the cards, kind of look like the old Punch and Judy shows that you would see, you know, back in the day. To me, that looks like a Punch and Judy right there. And, you know, people are watching the Punch and Judy show. Really cool. Really awesome. Alright, there's a couple more. I really like this lady here. She looks like a gypsy or a belly dancer. And of course, that's the Two of Pentacles. Now, this card is probably the only card I can remember from this deck that doesn't have a moon face. I guess if you look at it hard enough, you can see a moon face, but I see a dragon. Anyway, this is the Ace of Pentacles. Look at that. Now, that would make a really cool poster. Really cool poster. And notice that the pentacle is inverted in this card. Is that really cool? Alright, a couple more. See which ones kind of stand out here. Actually, you know, it's hard to say that none of these cards don't stand out because they all stand out. Alright, so let's do 2 more. Let's see, I'll do this one. And I'll do this one. Alright. This is the Three of Cups. I really like this because the characters here looks like they're getting eaten by a fish. And the last card that I want to go over is this, like the Two of Cups. It looks like death is seducing this young lady here. Absolutely brilliant. The artwork on this is just mind-boggling beautiful. It's just absolutely beautiful deck. So, if you're looking for a unique tarot deck to get, I would recommend you going out and getting this deck. If you're a beginner tarot card reader, I would probably wait before I would get this deck. You know, if you want to support the artist, you can buy the deck for somebody else, or buy the deck and then, you know, when you're ready, then you can go over the deck and, you know, learn the meanings of the cards and whatnot. But this is absolutely a beautiful deck. I can't wait to read from this deck when I start back doing tarot card readings. As most of you know, that right now I'm not doing tarot card readings, and I know that there is a lot of I hear that there's a lot of fake accounts out there with people messaging people with fake profiles, you know, saying, hey, you want a tarot card reading, but, you know, send money, blah blah blah. If you get one of those messages from me, it ain't me, okay? It is not me. Hopefully by the time this video goes up, you know, they'll catch some of these people, because that's just a fraud. And right now, I'm not doing tarot card readings, so I'm teaching you guys about the tarot, and I'm doing tarot reviews. So I'm still active, you know, with my cards and whatnot. But I'm just mainly right now reading for myself, and then maybe later on, you know, I'll start doing readings in the future. And I got some plans. I got some ideas that I have in store for you guys, for those of you who want a tarot card reading. Alright, so this is the Deviant Moon Tarot. If you don't have this deck, I would highly recommend you going out and getting this deck. I think it only cost me like $30. They have different versions of this deck. They have a borderless version of this deck, which I definitely am going to buy that version of this deck too. Hey, I don't mind buying a deck twice, if it's a little bit different and if it's the artwork that I really love, because I still want to get another version of the Salvador Dali deck, So, hey, if you like this video and you like the symbology in this tarot card, these tarot cards here, go out and get the deck. Be sure to like this video, subscribe, share this video with other people, and get the deck. I'll link a link to the artist's website below if you want to go out and get this deck yourself. Alright, until next time, love is the law, peace, Uncle Jocelyn, and I will see you in the next video, and I am out of here.